from that evening, a musical relationship / friendship was born. Even with playing music on stage with other musicians, there has to be chemistry there, and at the same time, it's like you want to be able to have chemistry away from the stage as well. Because if you have chemistry away from the stage, your show and your stage presence and everything like that is going to be
People
even
pick
greater.
up on it. Not just entertainment, what we do. We'll be talking to designers and entrepreneurs and people just trying to get their t-shirt brand popping. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever your hustle is, this is Hustlenometry 101. And we're going to all get there together.
Shag Motown. So like I told you, I got these.
Yeah,
Jamming on
Brad.
the board, sure.
Yeah, Brad.
That's what it is.
Yeah, here we go. Yes,
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Let me make sure I got my visuals correct here in the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday, March 22nd. Spring is here. Welcome everyone on Facebook and YouTube to another installment of the No Shortcut Show. We might want to get that, but we're gonna give you guys a few moments to come in, get yourself situated. We're definitely excited about this evening's show.
Yeah.
If this is your first time joining us, feel free to leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, and also, guys, feel free to share this with your own friends. Again, this is the up and coming new talk show / podcast sensation, goes by the name of the No Shortcut Show. And we pretty much just built this platform, or building this platform, to network. Am I freezing?
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. I think it'll
Am I
catch.
just okay? It'll catch up.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I think
cool,
it won't show
cool.
up on the stream.
Yeah. We're live, folks, but we're building this platform to build a community for networking, whatever your industry may happen to be. If you're entrepreneurial minded, or you're thinking, if you're already an entrepreneur, you're thinking about becoming one. We building this platform where we can all work together, share some knowledge and share some information with each other, and help each other grow in those type of endeavors. Before we proceed, I got to introduce to you the gentleman to the left of the screen.
Hey.
This guy, and by the way, he's representing Mellow Groove tonight, which is one of my bands. We actually got a concert coming up this Friday in Rock Hill for the Blues and Jazz Festival. But nonetheless, this gentleman is a longtime friend of mine, / business associate. We do many ventures together as far as the music is concerned, and this is just a new venture we decided to do together. This guy is a legendary DJ. I always refer to him as your favorite DJ's favorite DJ. This is my buddy right here, DJ Famous,
Hey.
aka Travis Bizel. What's good, brother?
What's happening, brother? How are you? How are you? How's things
Oh
going?
man, everything is groovy. I mean, spring is here. The weather is warming up. I'm excited. That we got some concerts and events, live
Yeah,
events coming up. We're about to get back out the house a little bit.
for
So I'm
sure.
I'm excited, especially excited about our guest tonight.
Yeah, events are back. We'll get to the guest in a moment, but events are
Oh
back.
yeah.
Events are back. We're having a good time out here in these streets. You guys are gonna be in Rock Hill this Friday. That'll be nice.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who I am, by the way, I'm in the music and entertainment field. I am a musician, musical director, producer, arranger. I MC. I go by the name of Jerry Midas Hardison. It's a pleasure to have you all join us this evening. It's a pleasure to have you here. So make sure you grab you a beverage,
For
grab
sure.
you something to eat, and we're gonna just have us a casual conversation. We're so excited to get into it this evening. You got any shout outs before we proceed or anything
Hey
like
man, I
that?
just want to shout out everybody that's watching so far. We already have a pretty good number in here. I think that's because of our guest. I think she brought the
Yeah, you
crowd
already
with her.
know.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. I just want to shout out my chairman of the board family. I want to shout out my Mellow Groove family. I want to shout out the That's My Story family, the Earth, Wind, and Fire family, the Honeycomb family. And I think I covered everybody. Oh, and the Touch of Faith family that's joining us live and
Exactly.
direct tonight,
Exactly.
you
Shout
know.
out to the Touch of Faith family. So we did our first live broadcast a few weeks ago. We had been recording a few of these episodes, just the two of us talking
Mm-hmm.
about different things. And then one week I said, "Hey man, let's go ahead and press the live button, and we're gonna do this
Yeah.
thing live." And we just went live on Facebook a few weeks ago. A few people joined in with us, and we were talking about a pretty good subject. And I noticed
Mm-hmm.
in the comments there was somebody in the comments just dropping
Yeah.
jewels, just dropping
Yeah.
all kinds of jewels from the entrepreneurial, point of view, and a lot of tips and tricks of how we stay on top and how we keep our things going no matter what your field is. So that's when I knew we had to bring her in as our first guest because she knew
Yeah.
exactly how to do this thing. So let's introduce our
Yes,
first guest. Go
yes.
ahead.
Yeah. Shall I do the honors?
Yes, sir.
And ladies and gentlemen, if we're lagging slightly, just bear with us. Things will catch up again. We're getting the kinks out as we go. So just bear with us. And again, thank you guys for being here.
For
But
sure.
as we proceed, it gives me
Yeah.
great pleasure to introduce our inaugural guest on the No Shortcut Show. I must say I've known this young lady all my life. Even as kids, she was a singer. She messed around with a little piano. She was always interested in education, and that after high school, she went on to college and got her degree in education. She went on to teach gifted and talented students and to become a curriculum coordinator. And as she's progressed and her interests grew, she became a creator. So she creates
Mm-hmm.
many things. She does wreaths, bows, custom designed T-shirts, masks, whatever's under the sun. Is there something that you want? She can do it. So not only is she a creator, but she's also a CEO of her very own business by the
Mm-hmm.
name of A Touch of Faith. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to bring to you our inaugural guest for the evening, none other than my very dear sister, Miss Faith Hardison Godbold. We can make some noise for her, ladies and gentlemen.
For sure. For
Woohoo!
sure.
Thank you.
Hello.
Wow, that was a great introduction. Thank you. Hi, how's everyone
Oh,
doing?
Hello. It's
we are
going
doing
well.
just
How are
great.
you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm
How are
trying
you?
not to get teary eyed. My brother is making me
Oh,
get emotional. I've never been referred to as inaugural and legendary. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah,
Thank
yeah, yeah.
you.
Nah, definitely a legend, and we're gonna get into all of that as we unpack a little bit of your story, from way back up until present day. So it's a pleasure to have you join us tonight. I think we have some of your Touch of Faith folks on, and
Yeah.
Famous and I were saying this is an opportunity for us to do some cross promotion. So we welcome you
Yeah.
with open arms.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And I'm super excited to be here. And I want to say thank you, um, Famous and Midas,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
having me, as I
Yes.
said earlier, as your very first guest. To me, that is truly an honor and a privilege. And I want to thank everyone who's joining us in the live right now, and even those watching the replay. I'm super excited to see all of my Touch of Faith community and all the other communities that
Yes.
have been mentioned. And I certainly want to give a shout out to my family. I see some family in the
Yeah.
comments. So thank y'all
Mom
so
is
much
out
for
there.
being here.
Mom.
Yeah.
I know, I
Yeah.
see her. So thank
Yeah.
you all so much for being here and representing and supporting tonight.
Great, great, great. So famous, did you want to start it off? Did you
Yeah.
have
I just
anything?
wanted to I wanted to give Faith the opportunity first to let's just talk about a touch of faith. Tell us what a touch of faith is, and then why.
Okay, I'll give you the short version if I
Sure.
can. So,
Sure.
A Touch of Faith really first started, I would say, in the 90s when I was creating graduation invitations, wedding programs for people who would reach out to me and needed different things. And that name just always stuck with me. And as I got older, as my brother said, I went off to college, became a teacher, educator, started working with adults, never knew that God would have a business in store for me, but that day did come. And so the moment it came was when I created a wreath. A teacher colleague of mine back in 2014, she suggested that we create a wreath for our classroom door. And it was supposed to just be a fun hobby, just something we
Yeah.
try. And so after creating that one wreath, you know how it is when you show someone what you've done, all of a sudden
Hmm.
they say, I want one. And
Yeah.
so all of those I want one started turning into custom orders. And I'll tell you, back then,
Yeah.
I did not know what I was doing. However, if I fast forward to about 2018, late 2017,
Hmm.
I made a wreath for my boss. And at the time, she gave me such great compliments that I was able to see I really had a gift, and I was able to
Yeah.
take this gift from just being a hobby and actually making money. So today, a touch of faith really just encompasses everything that Faith Godbold brings, which is not
Hmm.
only my hands that I touch things and I create, but because I
Yes.
am a faith based person, I bring my
Hmm.
faith,
Faith.
inspiration,
Yeah.
and my slogan for my business. I love to say everyone needs a little faith, and that might be encouragement. It might be a pick me up, or it could be a
Yeah.
wreath made by faith, or a
Yeah.
bow, or whatever it is. So that's a little
Yeah.
quick, in a nutshell, what a touch of faith is.
Yes. I was just gonna for the people at home, describe the fulfillment or the feeling that you get from being able to provide services such as the ones you just spoke of, like to help once someone decorate their door or to design a T-shirt for them, and how does that make you feel?
It is a feeling that it's hard to put into words because it's almost like cooking. When you take a recipe, you know how you start with the ingredients and then you
Hmm.
put those ingredients together and you make that meal. When someone else tastes your food, it's even
Yeah.
better than you tasting it yourself. That would be my analogy.
Right.
So
That's
when I
perfect.
make when I make a wreath, I have an idea of how I feel about it, but the moment I hand it over to the customer, or if I have to mail it and then they respond back to me, maybe through a review, and they let me know just how much happiness my wreath or whatever the product is brings, it really just brings such great joy to know that I am able to take these materials, put them together, and to create something that not only decorates their home or blesses,
Hmm.
maybe them. It just brings inspiration to anyone who sees it. And I really do feel that this business, this gift is divinely inspired by the Holy Spirit. I've said this before. There was a wreath that I
Yes.
made for my
Faith
mom
based.
back in, yes, there was a wreath I
Hmm.
made for mom back in 2018. And I guess it was 2017. And I really could feel God leading me and showing me
Awesome.
where to place my hands. And prior to
It's
that,
beautiful.
I've said this before, my community knows this, I could look
Hmm.
at my previous wreaths and they looked like I didn't know what I was doing. However, I finally started creating the wreaths that I saw other people make. And it was in that
Yes.
moment that I realized it was not me, but it was the God in me helping me and guiding me
That's
along the way.
awesome. That's
So it
awesome.
gives me
Yeah.
great joy when others share. And that's why I love to hear from my customers. I love hearing from my community. I want to know how my products make them feel because it isn't the same for me as it is
Right.
for them. So I love that.
Right. Right. And for those that may be watching now or later, they may be on the verge of testing the waters at being an entrepreneur. They haven't quite done it yet, but what would you say? How important is it to get involved or provide a service or craft in something that you enjoy doing? How important would you say that is?
I would say it's very important. I have always been a firm believer that if you find what it is you love, you'll do it every day, even if you're not paid to do it. And so if
Hmm.
you can figure out
Amen.
what you were put on this planet to do, and
Yeah.
each of us, we have a gift, each of us, we have a
Yeah.
talent, and it could be to create, it could be to provide a service. But if you can tap into whatever you already have a passion for, and you
Yes.
know that you would do it even if you weren't paid for it, that's what you then need to turn your attention to because that could potentially be something that could bring you additional income. And I know I said this on your first show. I feel I spent all of my years, and I still do this.
Hmm.
I went
Hmm.
hard and go hard every day for my day job. But
Yes.
now, instead of
Yeah.
having to work a part time job for someone else, when I get off my
Hmm.
day job, I come here and I
Yeah.
work for a touch of faith and I have designated hours and I
Hmm.
this is a job, and I treat
Yeah.
it even though it's not maybe a multi-millionaire like $1 million business
You
yet,
treat it like it
I
is, and
treat
it
it
will
as
be.
such. So I'm putting in that
Yeah.
same effort now while I'm small. I'm giving it my all
Hmm.
and all, because to me, that's what you have to do. Why would you go hard for someone else, but you can't pour into your own? So I'm a firm
Yeah.
believer that that is so important.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah, I love
indeed.
that. I
Faith.
love that. And that was
Mhm.
that's something that I'm struggling with right now in the beginning of me kind of transitioning into my businesses on more of a full-time schedule instead of it being
Mhm.
a part-time or a side hustle, whatever, is what you
Right.
just said about having hours, even though
Mhm.
Yes.
you're working for yourself, even though I'm working from home and I'm just
Yeah.
doing this for myself. I've
That's
started just
right.
this week of trying to put myself on a schedule. Like, this is the hours that
Mhm.
I'm working on this is the hours that I'm working on that. Because without it, I'm just running
Yeah.
around the
All
house.
over the
Next thing I know,
place.
I'm watching the last episode of Power.
Absolutely. You're right. And if you were working for someone else, you would not do those things. So you have to
Exactly.
treat
Yeah.
your business the exact same way. And I'll tell you, I have a dedicated calendar. I used to do it on paper, but now I moved it to digital. But literally, I have
Hmm.
dedicated hours every day that I work. And then within those hours, I have specific tasks, different things I do every day so that I
Yeah.
can accomplish those. And then I'll also tell you that the harder or the more you work your business, the more your business will work.
Work for
And what I
you.
mean by that, if you only
Yeah.
dedicate, let's say, for instance, 2 hours a week, then you're only going to get back 2 hours a week effort from your business. But
Hmm.
if you find yourself pouring into your business daily, and I have a business group where I actually coach and now teach.
Yeah.
So I'm providing a service, as Midas
Hmm.
said. I'm now teaching other entrepreneurs or
Yeah.
up and
Awesome.
coming entrepreneurs some things. And so one of the things I tell them is you have to do something on your business or towards your
E-
business every day. If you
Every day.
don't, your business is going to forget about you. You've got to pour into your business. And when you do, it's reciprocal, it will come back to you.
That's
Yeah, that's good
awesome.
words. That's good words. Now you spoke
Mhm.
well before we proceed. Now we want to thank you because you normally do your own live on Tuesdays around
Yes.
8:30 or so. So we want to thank you for working around our schedule and I guess what doing a watch party with us and
Yeah.
moving your
Yes.
live to our time. So we thank you so much for that and thank the
You're
Touch of Faith
welcome.
community for joining us at a different time than usual. So we we don't want that to go unnoticed. Now you mentioned
Definitely.
you have a business group. What does your business group kind of? I know you just spoke about it a little bit, but what is it set up to do? Is it just to help others get some pointers as far as how to run their business based off of how
Yes,
you
I'll
run
tell.
yours?
Yes, I will
Go
tell
ahead.
you. I had a young lady reach out to me during the pandemic. I believe it was probably May of 2020, and she noticed what I was doing as far as business is concerned, and she really wanted to just start getting some training. And so I started working with her one on one. And as time
Hmm.
progressed, we just met online. And I saw how potentially this could turn into more than one person. And I said, gosh, I've got to figure out a way to replicate myself or duplicate
Hmm.
myself. And the
Hmm.
idea came to me that perhaps it might be time for me to pursue my own business group. And I say that because I am in some other business groups where I have received training, I would probably say
Hmm.
since 2019, and that has helped tremendously. And so
And
as
you're
a
sharing
result
the
of that,
knowledge.
yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
And so as a
Hmm.
result of that, in January of 2021, I decided maybe it's time to do that. So I created a group on Facebook, and I have members who subscribe, and they are dedicated members. We meet every Thursday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern via Facebook. And of course, if they don't attend live, then they can
Hmm.
catch it on the replay. But we're learning
Replay.
things like how to get started from the ground up if you haven't done anything,
Yeah.
how to create your own business name, how to set up your Facebook business page, how to open up an Etsy shop. We've even started talking about email marketing. We're moving into how to do live streaming, how to create your own video content so that you can be
Yeah.
discovered. So we have lots of
Awesome.
areas we're covering. And what I love is each member comes wherever they are. I provide
Hmm.
the live training, but then if they have questions about whatever it is they're working on, I can certainly assist. So it's been a
Yeah.
blast. I'm having a lot of fun. And what I feel like is I'm able to help them get there faster
Mm-hmm.
rather than how I did by myself alone in the beginning. So I'm sharing tips and tidbits,
Yeah.
things to help them, like shortcuts, right? Sort of like how
Yeah.
to get there,
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
helping them get
Hey,
there
but there's no
faster.
Hey,
no
there's no
shortcuts.
shortcuts. There's
I'm
no
But no
shortcuts.
no,
shortcuts.
no, no. I'm kidding.
Okay, so
We
wait. So
understand what you're
no
saying. We
shortcuts.
understand what you know me. You know me better than anybody. You know. But
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
So not only do you have the business group, you also have a creative group as well.
Yes, I do. So,
Now
and
how
I have to
yeah,
tell you,
tell us about your creative group.
well, and I have to tell you, none of this was ever my idea. So, what I mean by
Mm-hmm.
that is, I just thought I was making a wreath back in 2014, right? Never saw a
Mm-hmm.
business. And so, never did I during the pandemic, again, 2020, think I would
Yeah.
have someone reach out to me. And so, I always like to say, pay attention to conversations you have with people or pay attention to other things that may come your way because that could be a whisper, that could be a soft whisper. God might be planting a seed or he might be watering a seed. Okay. So you always
Yeah,
want to
come
pay
on now.
attention. So I had a young lady reach out to me in January again. This was January 2020. And she asked me if I
Okay.
had ever thought about teaching any wreath classes. Well, mind you, we're in a pandemic. So there's no going to
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby, setting up a
Nah.
live class like I probably would have before. So I told her, I said,
Mm-hmm.
I really hadn't thought about it right now because of the pandemic. So we discussed it via text. And long story short, I decided to host an online wreath class via Zoom. And
Okay.
that online class went so well. Here we go. Here's another idea that came from it. I said, gosh, there are probably other creatives out there who would love
Mm-hmm.
to partake, and I don't have to wait for a class. And so that's how
Right.
my creative circle was born. And I have a wonderful group of women. They're all creators. And we
Mm-hmm.
meet each week. I teach all sorts of designs. I don't know if you can see the wreaths here in the background, but these two wreaths were actually taught in
Okay.
those classes and we
Awesome.
are learning so much. And what I even enjoy is when they share their work, I get to
Yes.
see the learning that I'm teaching. So I absolutely
Yeah.
love it. So that's how Faith's Creative Circle is born.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So you're giving back. Not only are you providing a service or and using your gift to do so, but you're also helping others. If it may be on the business aspect of things, and they don't necessarily have to do what you do to for those business tips to apply. Correct?
Hmm.
Correct, absolutely. I have some who make wreaths. I have one young lady, she actually crochets. I have another gentleman, he sells like cleaning supplies and things, and he's not in the group. He's doing more of like a one on one. But I have all
Okay.
sorts of members. I have two members that just joined, and I haven't quite gotten to meet them live yet to see what
Yeah.
they do. So, yeah, you
Fantastic.
don't have to be a creator. Those tips will work for any business.
Yeah, for the business, and then with the creative group, that's specifically designed for people who are interested in doing what it is that you do or similar to what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much anything I know how to do. So I've taught them how to not just do wreaths. We've talked about bows. I've shown them how to do t-shirts. We've made signs. We've made centerpieces. We've made
Mm-hmm.
swag. So pretty much if I learn something and I feel like it's something they want to learn, we do that. I've even had them share things they want to learn and I'll, do
Mm-hmm.
the research, come up with the design and teach that as well. So it's really like a two-way because I
Yeah.
always want them to walk away from each class having learned something. And I know at
Mm-hmm.
some point I'm going to teach a technique that maybe they've seen before, but they've never seen it by faith. So I know I can put
Yes.
my faith spin on it and I can
Yeah.
always show them a different way of doing it or a different
Yes.
strategy. And I'm a certified teacher anyway. And as you said,
Yeah.
Midas, I've been teaching all my life, like literally before I
Yeah.
ever went
Yeah.
to school.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's in my blood. So that same teaching that I did all
Yeah.
those years with students and now also
Mm-hmm.
teachers, it spills right over into what I'm doing for a touch of faith. And
Makes
that's really
makes
what I
sense.
love.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that makes a whole lot of sense, and I hear you're
Yes.
gonna be able to demonstrate for us today as well. But before we do
Yes.
that, one question, if you can give
We got
us a
some questions.
sneak, a little. I have a question.
Oh,
Give a
go
little
ahead. Go ahead.
sneak peek into the class that you do. My question is, what's one thing you can give us that you had to learn the hard way, and you wish you knew it beforehand, but now you know it and you're much better because of it?
Good
Okay,
question.
so I don't know if this is quite the answer you're looking for, but I'm going to share one thing that quickly comes to mind.
Hmm.
When I first started my business, I did so in 2018 on Facebook. I didn't even have an account. And
Oh
so I
yeah.
quickly joined Facebook and I created a group. Had I known what I know now, number one, I would have set up a Facebook business page so that all of
Mhm.
those people I was gathering, like family, friends, church members, I could have that on my business page and start sooner. My second thing is I started with a website. And if you know anything
Mhm.
about websites, a
Uh-huh.
website is like having land that's out in the country that you've got to tell people how to get there. If
Mhm.
I had known
Yes,
sooner, I would have started with Etsy because Etsy is more like a mall and there are billions of people shopping on Etsy every day. And
that's
if you
true.
learn that platform and learn how to use it correctly, Etsy will drive traffic your way. So, what I've done now since having my Etsy shop in 2019, I am now steering all of my traffic from social media to my website. I'm allowing
Okay.
Etsy to send me traffic. So I'm getting tons of traffic organically from Etsy, and I can spend all of
Mm-hmm.
my energy on my website so that if anything ever happens, I don't have all of my eggs over on Etsy.
There you
So
go.
I would
Mm.
say those are my two things. If I had to do it again, those are two things that I've learned.
That is
Yeah, yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Entrepreneurs at
Yeah.
home
Before we
or
get into the
up and
Yes.
coming.
presentation, we do
Yeah,
have a few people we want to acknowledge that are
yeah.
watching with us live.
Let's acknowledge them.
Yeah, my guy Matthew Hardison here. He said, "Hello, everyone.
That's
Hello."
that's our
Hi,
brother.
That's
brother.
that's right.
We're gonna have him on soon. Shout out to
Yes,
Smooth Sales.
Yeah.
this is a entrepreneurial family we're having on. And
Uh-huh.
Mom said, I put this up earlier, but Mom said that wreath is still hanging on the bathroom door. By the way, on the bedroom door.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes. She
Shout
doesn't
out
take
to
any of her
mom.
wreaths down that
Shout
I
out
make
to
for her.
Mom.
So yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Florence Dixon watching with us
That,
as well.
that that's
Hi,
our
Aunt
aunt.
Flo.
And
Aunt Flo is in the
Aunt
house.
Flo is here, and Miss Julia Gainey says hello, everyone, as well.
Hi,
Okay,
Sister
longtime friend and
Julia.
fellow church member coming up.
Yeah,
Hello,
definitely.
Yes.
Sister Julia. How you doing? Thank you for joining
Sister
us.
Julia and my guy
Yeah, yeah.
James Nykirk was in the house. James says, "What's up?
James,
What's
what's
up,
up,
Jimmy
James?
Jam?" And my man Blake Anderson. And towards the end of this, we're gonna have a Blake Anderson announcement for you guys. But Blake
Oh,
Anderson was
okay.
watching with us.
Yeah.
Little teaser, next
Uh-huh.
guest.
Okay.
But
Oh,
Hi,
okay,
my man
Blake.
okay.
Blake was in the house, and we'll
Yeah,
talk
what's
all
up,
about
buddy?
that. But
Yeah.
tonight, Miss Faith has a presentation for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I love how you
Yeah.
say that. I'm going to
Yeah.
present
Yes.
Yeah.
like a teacher.
And I just wanted to interject real quick. So normally on her own lives, folks, she'll get into a spiel where she's creating something, and we didn't want to wear her out, so to speak, tonight. So she's gonna do a little demo just to give you a little preview of the handmade creations that she's so gifted in making.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I thought we would just make something quick because, of course, it would take me a much longer time to gather materials for a wreath and all that. So we're going to make a bow. And this, I would say, is my number one selling bow. I've sold this bow over 50 times.
Okay.
So we're going to make a bow. And this is where I actually do all of my creating. And
Yes.
I have all, well, I won't say all, I have some of my supplies here. I've pretty much taken over the whole house. If you were to ask my husband,
Hey,
I've
why
taken
not?
over quite a bit.
What's up, Tommy? Shout out to Tommy
Yes, I think
Godbold,
he's
Mr. A Touch
watching.
of Faith.
Yeah, I think he's watching.
Brother-in-law.
So y'all,
Yeah, the cool.
yeah. So this is some of our favorite ribbon, and those who watch the show, they know I love this black and white striped ribbon. It's very versatile
Yes.
because you can use it for multiple seasons. You can also use it across multiple holidays, and it just goes with anything.
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
going to
Can't go wrong
start.
with the black and white.
Right, exactly. So I'm going to start by adding some tails. I don't know if y'all have ever paid attention to those before, but you have tails that hang from the
Okay.
actual bow.
Yeah.
So we are going to make
The
some
kind of
tail.
crisscross sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I'm learning to
Sometimes
the tails.
they're
Yeah.
going to, yep, they're going to hang straight down. And
And
I'm using a bow maker tonight. Huh?
still do your emoji thing too while you do we want you to be as natural as your regular live.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
emoji
yeah.
thing?
When you ask those in the chat to drop certain
Oh
emojis or
yeah,
this and
of
that. Yeah.
course. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to let you know before you
Putting
did.
that
Feel
plug
free.
in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we let you
Got
drive the car from now.
you. So this is a bow maker. Sometimes I make bows by hand, but I find when it's a bigger bow, it's just easier for me to use a bow maker because I don't have to hold all the material
Hmm.
in my hands. And if
Right.
you're in the comments, if you want to tell me
Oh
what
yeah.
you think about this ribbon that I'm using for the bow, and I can see the comments now too. I'm watching the comments.
Yes, I'm trying to keep an eye out myself. So, guys, don't be shy at home.
Yeah.
Feel free to drop us a comment, chat amongst each other because we're going to try to acknowledge you and we're going to try to respond to you. This is casual, laid back. We're just here to have a good time. It's like we're sitting around the dinner table, having a
Yeah.
little chat and watching a demonstration. So, don't be bashful at all.
Yeah.
And you can make your bows as big as you want to. Let me zoom in some more. So right now
Okay.
I've added one loop to each side.
All right.
You may have seen some of these bows at Christmas time. These make great tree topper bows. I like to
Okay.
hang them on lanterns. I can also make a bow to go on an actual wreath, and I do that a lot for my customers. They love their bows. In fact, if you're
Okay.
in the comments and you have one of my bows, go ahead and let me know that.
Yeah, please let us know. Please let us know. And I'm sure there are quite a few folks in the comments who have made a purchase from you.
Oh,
Definitely.
yes. And that's what I love. It's not even just those that purchase one time. I have some customers, they are so loyal. They show up every season. I have a customer
Yes.
right now, every holiday, she's already reaching out telling me she needs another bow.
Yeah.
And that to me means so much.
Yeah. So, and I would say that's having repeat customers. I think we may have covered this a week or two ago, but where your skill set uh
Yes.
at the crossroads of your skill set and your professionalism will lead you
Hmm.
to having repeat customers
For
for sure.
sure.
Yes.
I'm
And I
trying to
have
pay
the
attention here.
VIP.
I am
Oh,
too.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying
All
to
I'm
watch this
doing
thing.
is I'm looping back and forth right here.
Mhm.
And then I'm just doing a little twist so I can have the right side of the ribbon up because if I don't twist, you're going to
Mhm.
see what we call the ugly side showing.
We don't want that side to show.
Mm-mm.
No. And
Okay.
these right here, these two pegs, they're acting like my hands would act if I were making it by
Holding it in
hand.
place. Right. So it
Yes,
just
that's
makes it
right.
a little easier where you have your hands free to loop and
There you go.
weave or whatever you got to do as opposed to using
Yes.
one hand to hold it in place.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And then you can make as many as you want. So we're going to do about 4 of this size, and then I'm going to do a couple of smaller ones. And normally I
Hmm.
like to fluff as I go, but for some reason with this ribbon, it's a satin ribbon, and I think
Okay.
also because it's a 2.5 inch, I like
Hmm.
to wait and fluff at the end. And
Okay.
if you've been following me, y'all know in the comments, A Touch of Faith
Yeah.
community, someone tell us what fluffing means. I know y'all know that.
Yeah. And while they're doing that, our good friend Shay Shar says, "Yes, I have purchased very pretty earrings from Faith. So earrings,
Yes.
t-shirts. I got a custom mask. I should have brought it. I should have brought it out, but it
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
says I just thought about it, but it says Midas and has a keyboard on it. It's white with
it
black
sure
writing.
does.
Yeah.
Yep, that
So
was probably one of the.
she's yeah. I
Yep, I
got
think
it.
that was
I
one of
got
the
it.
first
In
ones I made.
2020. Oh, well, thank
Yep,
you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know, right? You got an exclusive,
An
and those,
exclusive.
yeah, and those of you watching, my brother Midas, he's the one that created my theme music
Mm-hmm.
for my
Yeah. Oh,
opening
that was a great
theme
story.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that the words for that literally came to me famous. I don't know if you know that story,
No.
but one day I was pulling into my garage after work, and I could hear like a tune. And so I just started humming what I heard, and then all of a sudden the words started coming. So I grabbed my phone, of course, recorded it, and I sent it to him, my brother, and I was like, okay, when you
Acapella.
have
Send me an
time,
acapella.
yeah. I was like, when you have time, this is going to be the intro. And I don't even, was I going live then? I don't even know.
I think you
hadn't
might have
really
been going
done
live a little bit.
a
I'm not
little.
sure, to be
Yeah.
honest. You might have been going live, but you wanted to have your own theme song or whatnot for your
Okay.
for your business. So yeah, so she sent
Yeah.
me the acapella. So I had to listen over and over and just try to come up with an arrangement and add all the instrumentation to what I was hearing. So yeah,
That's
yeah. So
awesome.
yeah, she
Yep.
felt
And it's,
confident enough in me to allow me to do so.
yep,
Definitely.
it's beautiful. And it's real
Yeah.
simple. It says, love using what God gave to me. It's so amazing. I can't explain it. Turning hope into reality. Touching your life with mine. Using the gift of my hands to create all I
All I can.
can. That's what it's
Yeah.
all about,
Very
right?
Yep.
nice.
A
That's what it's
nice
all
little
about.
jingle. Oh, and real quick while you're making that, Faith
Yeah.
also used to have me come down when she was teaching the gifted. Yeah. You gotta give it up with the applause. She used to have me come down to the school like what once a year uh and do jingles like with
Yeah.
the when
Yep.
you were working on marketing with the students and stuff. So I would come down there and help out, and like help the kids write jingles and put music to them and stuff like that.
Yes.
That's
And I
awesome.
was teaching
And
marketing before I even had a business, and now I'm using all the things
Hmm.
for my own business. So
There you
it
go.
yeah,
works out.
and that was that. There was a play you guys did one time. I submitted some music for. I forget the name of the play.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes. Let
Yeah,
me think. Habits of Mine, and that was my
Habits of
colleague
Mine.
Melanie McMillan.
Yeah,
Yes.
shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
yeah.
Melanie if she's
Shout out to
watching.
Melanie.
Yeah, I came down there the day they actually performed the play. I took a trip down. The play was in Columbia though, right?
I think it
Or was it in
was. You have an
Florence? Yeah,
excellent
so
memory.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I went down there to see the play and get a chance to hear my music and to see the kids perform a song
Yeah.
that me and Brandon Stevens did that I produced
That's
in
awesome.
that play Habits of Mine. Yeah, yeah. We've
Yeah.
we've
I
we've
remember that.
collaborated quite a bit.
That's
Quite a
awesome.
bit. Yes. All
Quite
right, y'all.
the
I'm going to cut this off now.
okay.
So
Okay.
what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a third tail. So I'm just going to trim this down just like that. So we're done with the ribbon.
All
Just
right.
wind this back up. And then I'm going to tie it off and I'll fluff it and show you what it looks like.
Sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think during Christmas, I had one person, I'm trying to remember how many she ordered. She ordered 12 of these bows.
12 of these?
Yep.
Wow,
And
that's
the
awesome.
orders, I will tell you during Q4, Black Friday especially, the orders were
Mhm.
coming in so fast. Normally I try to clear the orders, but I couldn't clear them. So I would literally
Wow.
come home every day. I'd work on about half of them. And then, every day I'd try to catch up. But one lady, she ordered, I want to say 12 of these bows
Wow.
in one
Yeah, that for
set.
each day, 12 days of Christmas, my
There
true
you
love
go.
gave to me.
There you go. Yes. All right. So this is what it looks like unfluffed. So that's just
Okay.
straight off the bow maker.
Mhm.
Now, normally,
Mhm.
like I say, I do fluff it, but for some reason, this one, I always wait with the lighter
Till you're
ribbon
done.
to fluff it.
Mhm.
So all I did is I just trimmed the tails to make them look prettier. You don't have to do that, but I like to give them that little finished look.
Right. That sharp edge.
All right. Yeah, we call that dovetail in the creative
Look at
world.
that. Okay. Okay.
All right. And so now what I'm going to do, let me see if I can show you. I'm going to lay it flat
Okay.
and I'm
There we
going to
go.
fluff it. So I'm going to start from the top and I'm
Mhm.
going to open that top layer. And then all I'm going to do is separate each of the loops just like that. And I
Okay.
always tell my customers when you order your bows, they're already fluffed. However, if you store it, you can store it flat. And then the next year, this is how you can refluff it.
Refluff.
There you go.
Refluff, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't like when
Folks
I
at
go
home,
to
keep that in mind.
stores, like if I go to Hobby Lobby or Walmart is real bad about this, and they have their
Uh-huh.
Christmas things out. They don't
Uh-huh.
fluff the ribbons, and so I find myself I'm supposed to be shopping,
You
and
want
I'm
to
straight in.
fluff?
Yeah, I'm fluffing bows. I'm fluffing bows.
Yeah.
All right, so let me smush it back. All right, so this is what it looks like just separated.
Okay.
right here. So that's just
Right.
separated, not quite there
Very
yet.
nice.
All right. So now let's fluff it out. So fluff just means take your fingers. Did anyone? I don't think I see the definition, so I'll go ahead and
Yeah,
tell.
I didn't see it come in.
Nope.
Come on, in the comments, ladies and gentlemen at
I know,
home.
right?
What did you ask? You want them to tell you the meaning of fluffing? What it
Yeah,
means
what
to
does it
fluff?
mean to fluff? So I guess I'll go ahead and tell them. So fluffing means you just literally take your fingers and you place it in the loops and you want to
Hmm.
lift those layers.
Okay.
This ribbon is wired, so you can make the loops do exactly what you want it to do. It will stand up, it will lay flat,
Hmm.
just like that. And I'm just going in each layer. See how it's giving it height already?
Yes.
I'll finish doing one side, then I'll go to the other.
Okay.
Just like
I
that.
love
So I'm
that.
Yeah,
just,
we're
yeah.
yeah. We're
And you
gonna
want
get
to
it.
spend time. Yeah. When I make my
Yeah.
bows, this is something I don't rush with. So I'm going to rotate this around so you can see the side I've done. See the difference
Yeah.
already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You
It
can
stands out
see the
way more.
difference.
It's
Yeah.
more
And there's
appealing
your,
in
yeah.
presentation.
All right. And let me finish this side. Now, in my creative circle, they get my top down camera. So they literally get to see overhead what I'm doing,
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
which
Okay.
helps out a lot.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
never
Because when
see
you
me, they just see my hands and whatever's on my table.
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome. That gives them a better viewpoint, I guess, because that's kind of how they would be looking at what they're creating
Right.
from,
Right.
Right.
Yes.
that point of view.
Yes. And I didn't always have that. That was something I progressed to. In
Hmm.
the beginning, I had just a camera leaning on my table. Actually, I had a camera hanging over my shoulder, which was
Mm-hmm.
Oh
very
wow.
uncomfortable because I
Okay.
didn't have room to move. Like the camera was right
Yeah.
here, like literally right
Yeah.
beside me. They couldn't see it, and I was
Okay.
trying to angle it. So over time,
Okay.
I had a camera in front. It was leaning, but now I have one right above.
Gotcha.
Right there.
That's
Gotcha.
awesome.
Awesome.
All right. What do y'all think now?
Yeah,
Love
in the
it.
comments, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think in the comments? We love it.
Yeah,
We
we
love the
love it.
And
fluff.
I'm gonna
We love the fluffy version.
Yeah.
thank you. And this is what I will show you.
I'm
So
trying to
here's an
use some of the
example of a
terminology.
lantern. I know, right? I
Okay.
taught you a new
Yeah.
definition.
You did.
So this is what we call a lantern, where you can put candles. You can decorate it however you want. So one thing you can do is if you order a bow like this, you can just hang it and decorate your lanterns.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
awesome.
now instead of having a plain lantern, you can order one of these bows
Yeah.
and make it look even more beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Beautiful job. Beautiful job.
Like that. Thank you.
I gotta
Mom
place my
says-
Black Friday orders early. I already know it.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know,
yeah.
right? Yes.
Mom
So,
says
love,
Faith has
love,
all
love
of the
it.
equipment.
Yeah.
I try, and that's a process. And I will say for anyone who is thinking about going into business, don't try
Yeah.
to do it all at once. You
Mhm.
want to pick one thing and get
Mhm.
really good at that one thing first. And then when you feel
Mhm.
like you've gotten good at that one thing, then take on
Then-
something second. You know, you
Yeah.
don't want to tackle Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube all at once. TikTok.
Absolutely.
Start
Yeah,
with one,
it's a lot out
master
there.
that one. Yes.
Then
And
branch
then you
out.
can progress. And so I would give that advice to anyone, not only in the business world, but even your day to day living. Just
Yeah.
focus on one thing. And I
One
think,
thing.
Famous, you mentioned this. Sometimes you find yourself bouncing from one thing to the
Mhm.
other, and you don't get anything done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
look at your agenda for the day, whatever your hours are for your business. Pick that
Mhm.
one task and try to work that one task through completion. If you can't, at least get to a stopping point and then move to your next task. So that's
Yeah.
a great tip, I think, for
That
anyone.
is. That's
Yeah,
a great tip, and I know that's gonna help me because I'm still working through it now. And I did that today. Today I knew I needed to, do some work, to get ready for this. And I just did.
Yes.
This is the only thing I did today. Instead
Right,
of doing a
yeah.
little bit of
Yes.
this, a little bit of that. Today was the day I'm working on live stream production. That was it. Tomorrow
Yeah.
it'll be something different, But yeah, that's perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Uh,
We're gonna take
Matthew-
any. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Matthew
ahead.
says the same thing. A lot of entrepreneurs mess up by trying to
Oh.
do everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Matt, you coming on soon too.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You know.
And Matthew and
Yeah.
I love chatting with him because he's also in his own business. So a lot of times we'll bounce ideas off of each other, or I'll share things with him that I've learned, or he'll do the same thing. So it's a great networking opportunity when you have other people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll also tell you, find yourself in the company of those people who are doing what you want to do. I would say surround
Like-minded.
yourself with like-minded people,
For sure.
because
Yeah.
that will help you on your journey. You know, if you are aspiring to be a business owner, then find somebody who's doing that. Link up with that person, connect with them, because that really helps you in your day-to-day
Mhm.
walk, your day-to-day
Mhm.
venture. And I'll tell you, there's nothing like having that support system. And that's what I think Matthew is for me. He's
Yeah.
someone
Mhm.
right here locally. Even though I have an online community of people, he's
Mhm.
someone here doing the same thing that I'm doing. And I can reach out to him and we can,
Yeah.
chat and talk about things.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Like a
Mom
wise woman
says,
said, iron sharpens iron.
yeah, and that is
Yes,
definitely a
it
wise
does.
woman saying that.
For sure.
Yes,
For sure.
absolutely.
Yeah. Do
So
we want to
Faith,
open?
yeah,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
let's plug. Well, I want to give you opportunity to talk about your website and
Okay.
how everyone can get in contact with you and how they can join your community as well.
Yes.
Sure. So you can find me on the web. The A Touch of Faith website is www.atofaith.com. And that's where you can find over 150 products. I think there may even be close to 200 now. I
Mm.
also am on Etsy. That link
Mhm.
is atouchoffaithshop.com. My social media handle is ATO Faith across Facebook, Instagram. What else? I'm on so many places.
Yeah, you
YouTube.
Twitter,
got YouTube.
YouTube is A Touch of Faith shop. If you want to
Mhm.
learn from me, come join my private group, either the Creative Circle and or the business group at www.learnfromfaith.com. And if you forget these links today, just remember my name, Faith Godbold. So go to
.com.
faithgodbold.com, and that will take you back to all of those places that we just mentioned. And I would love to have your support.
Awesome.
I would
For
love to
sure.
earn your business. I would love to have you as a part of my community. So if you have not yet become a part, I'd love for you to like and follow A Touch of Faith and keep up with what we have going. And we have a lot going. We go live every Tuesday and Sunday
Yeah.
at 8:30 p.m. Eastern via Facebook, YouTube, and
Mhm.
also Twitter. And I also keep
Yes.
all of my live videos on the website now as well. So I'm super
Awesome.
excited. I'd
Yeah,
love to
we're
have
Yeah.
any of you
Yeah. Yeah.
join.
we're gonna keep
Yes.
this. We're
Yes.
gonna obviously this is gonna be on our Facebook Live, and we're also gonna post it on our YouTube
On
channel.
YouTube.
And
Yeah.
we also in the comments, we're gonna put all those links in the comments for easy copy and paste, along with the link to the one that you made for us today.
Thank you.
Here it is
Yeah.
right here.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Gave us
so if anybody wants that bow that you made today, they can grab it, huh?
Mhm.
Yes,
They're able to
they can
grab it.
check out on the website, and I have Apple Pay, Google Pay. I think PayPal's on there, and we just added Afterpay, so you can buy
Woo.
now and pay for it later.
Oh yeah, we got the
Hey.
Afterpay.
Hey.
You
I
remember?
love
You
that,
remember?
right?
You remember?
Afterpay.
You remember?
Just pay for it later.
Little
You
buy now,
remember? You
pay
got
later.
just go put the stuff on layaway.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is kind of like that,
That's
and,
right.
but you
Go
get
to-
your things now, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, yeah,
Go to
yeah,
VIM. Remember VIM?
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah. Oh yeah, I don't think anybody offers the layaway program anymore.
Nah.
Maybe I just got the money nowadays. I don't have to worry about it.
I think Walmart was the last holdout, and once they stopped, everybody stopped.
Yeah, you know when Walmart stop, it's over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah.
That was
All
it.
good. Yeah, and you're gonna post the link. Our link famous if people would like to go subscribe to our
For sure.
No
You can
Shortcuts channel.
I'll put the link in the comments. You can also just go to YouTube, type in No Shortcuts with Midas and Fame, and you'll find us. Hit
Yeah.
the subscribe on that, please. And we're gonna
Yes.
keep doing these episodes weekly, and then we'll be
Yeah.
posting them on the YouTube. Since we already we filmed like 4 or 5 before we started going live, we're still posting those on the YouTube first weekly, and then we'll get the
Yeah.
live ones. But we'll communicate back when this live episode goes on YouTube. We're gonna send that to Faith and have her send it out to everybody to let you know, hey, it's live on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah, and
That would be
everybody in
great.
the comments, make sure you support A Touch of Faith. and make sure you go over to YouTube and support us at No Shortcut Show. And we're gonna have all those links and everything there for you. ASAP. We're having a blast. Yeah, we're having a blast. Yeah, we're having a blast growing this community. The No Shortcut Show, again, this is a platform where we just want to get together with entrepreneurs and those that are entrepreneurial minded, and we just share knowledge with each other. We all can learn from each other, even if it's just one thing that we can take and apply, and keep each other encouraged and keep each other uplifted and build each other up as we, go along our individual journeys and our collective journeys as a community. Any closing words? I think did we anything else we need to cover, or how y'all feeling?
Listen, I think we did it. I really appreciate Faith for being with us and helping us get this thing moving and inspiring us all.
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
Thank you all.
And yeah, go ahead,
And I was
Faith.
just going to add, if there's anyone watching and you're interested, but you don't know where to start, just start. Just do
start.
something, even if it's just putting yourself on your calendar or making a decision to go. Making a decision to maybe pursue a business license or join a business group. You come join my group. I'd love to have you. But just do something to get started. And then I want you to remember you are not alone. There are people sitting right here on this panel and others who have done exactly what you're thinking about doing. So you can do it. You just need to get started and then just keep going once you start. Don't give up. Just keep going.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just want to remind everyone that Mellow Groove is live in Rock Hill this Friday, March 25th from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. downtown Rock Hill, 147 East Main Street for the York County Blues and Jazz Festival. So we are thrilled to be selected to be a part of that. These prestigious bands, a few years ago we got an award from the city of Rock Hill, and the city of Rock Hill and York County has been so fantastic. That's amazing, incorporating us in their festivity. So this is a big to do this Friday, and we're playing outside. So we do understand that the pandemic is still upon us, but at least our setup is outside. So you guys come out and get some live music. I know a few people have been cooped up in the house and asking. So this Friday, downtown Rock Hill, 7 p.m. Mellow Groove will be performing.
Absolutely. I just want to thank Faith one more time for joining us.
And yes. Can we hit the applause one more time?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thank everybody at home for joining us tonight live. And we want to especially thank the A Touch of Faith community for making some adjustments in their schedule to join us at an earlier time than they normally would. But you guys can at least have the rest of your night free.
Absolutely.
That's right. Yes. And I appreciate you all again. Thank y'all so much for being here, everyone in the audience, and also to my brother, to Famous. Yeah. I am just thrilled, and I hope I've said something that is of encouragement to each and every one of you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll see everybody next week. We're gonna do live again next week. Famous
live next week. Our special guest is going to be
Blake Anderson.
Blake Anderson, fellow DJ, because we do community over competition, And Blake has full-time career, full-time dad, and he's the busiest DJ I know. Because every time I check a date for him, and I say, "Hey Blake, are you available?" He says, "Nah, man, I'm not available." So he's busy.
Already booked.
So and we're gonna talk about with Blake. We're gonna talk about balancing that because he does a really great job, and I picked up some things from him that we're gonna talk about balancing that work and home life, and still making sure you don't burn yourself out and you make time for vacations and family and stuff like that because. Sometimes we gotta say no.
Oh yeah.
We gotta say no.
Yeah. There's only 24 hours in a day.
Exactly. And Blake really has that, he really has that priority set in place. And I definitely want us to talk to him about that because I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that wants to get out and go. And then, come
Gotta just
July,
start.
you ain't seen your kids all year, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we want to
yeah.
we want to.
Balance
That's
is
what we'll
key.
be talking about. Balance is
Okay.
key for sure.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well,
Absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're gonna go ahead and sign
Yeah.
out for tonight. But once again, thank you all. Be sure to share those links, share the actual Facebook feed. You
For
feel
sure.
free to post it on your own page. Go over to YouTube, like and subscribe to the No Shortcut Show. We want to thank
Hey,
my sister Faith for being on tonight. We love you, appreciate you. Thank my family
Thank
for being on. We
you.
love you guys. Thank you all for the support. We're gonna sign off. We'll be back next Tuesday.
next
No
Tuesday,
Shortcut family.
Monday,
Yeah.
next Monday.
Oh, we're gonna do Monday.
Yeah, Monday for Blake will be Monday. Yeah,
Okay. Correction. This Monday we'll be back 7 p.m.
7
Correct.
p.m. Yep.
All right. Until then, God speed. God bless you all.
Peace.
Thank you so much. Peace. Good night.
Good night.